Hi everyone, welcome to Studio Sunday with Robyn and Terry. Hope you guys are having a good weekend and happy holidays to everyone.
Yeah.
We wish you and yours all good things during this season and the coming year. I think today is the first day of Hanukkah and of course it's Christmas week. So we hope everybody's having a great time.
Lots going on.
The studio will be closed this week, Christmas week, so orders placed during the week will be filled when we return on the
January 1?
December 30th. So we'll be checking in for those comic emergencies, but other than that, we won't be in the studio. So I hope you guys have a great week. Okay, so that's all I have. No big news. I do need questions from our viewers, or I'm going to have to start asking Terry my own questions, like when are you going to take out the garbage? When are you going to paint the bedroom? So please send some questions for me. You can send them to mail@abstractstudiocomics.com, or you can, don't tweet them to Terry because he doesn't know in advance what I'm asking. So.
Yeah. Well, and there's some questions in the comments. Sometimes you can put a question in your comments below the video.
But really, it's better if you send them to mail@abstractstudiocomics.com because I don't like him to know in advance. I don't want him to have preparation time. I want it to be off the cuff.
She doesn't want me consulting with my lawyers first. What can you say? What can you not say?
So what we're going to do this morning is we're going to ask, I have one question for Terry, and then we're going to take a quick studio tour since everybody's been asking about it.
All right.
And your question today is, when penciling, do you find that it's faster to loosely pencil and finish the drawing when inking, or pencil tightly and have an easier time inking?
Ooh.
What is your process there?
There's two different ways I approach it. If it's something really familiar to me, or I know that I'm going to go kind of cartoony on it, I pencil loose. If I'm pretty sure of what I'm going to be drawing with ink. But if I have to, do something complicated, anything complicated, I try to pencil pretty tight. And the tighter I pencil, the better, of course, the final ink is going to look. What's a problem is if you don't pencil correctly, and then you go ahead and start inking anyway, thinking I'll fix it in inks, which I think every time. A lot of times I finish it and I'll see drawing problems and it's already inked. And now it's harder because I can't just erase it. I have to go in and do cut and paste or white out. And so penciling tight is a good thing, but we all tend to take shortcuts. Like I'll just indicate where a coffee pot is going to be, and I know I can ink a coffee pot without having to pencil it, or something like that, So I look for shortcuts, but because you're always on a deadline, right? But yeah, if it's a face, you need to get it figured out in pencil because it's so much easier to fix it with an eraser than it is with whiteout.
So timing-wise, it doesn't make any difference because you really don't know what you're doing if you're penciling loosely. You're going to wing it in the inking stage.
Yeah, and that gets back to old-fashioned cartooning where it was just you and a fountain pen, a ballpoint pen. You're just drawing funny cartoons. But sometimes things I do are like that, like little accessories that might be on the kitchen counter. I'm not going to pencil all that because I know I'll just doodle a bunch of stuff. But if it's an expression and a face and an action or limbs, arms and legs crossing each other so that you have to get all the little depth correct, that needs to be penciled and figured out.
Okay, so that is our big question. There is one other question pressing, and that is, what are you getting your wife for Christmas?
Oh, I can't tell you. Maybe I'll make her a special video of just me smiling. Oh, what a present.
Okay, so we're going to stop the camera. You guys know we do this in one take every week, right? But we're going to stop the camera so that Terry can hold it and walk around the studio and tell you what's going on. So we'll be back in a minute.
Okay, we're back and you're looking at my drawing table and
we're standing in the doorway of the studio, so you can see it's not very big.
And I'll give you a pan first just so you can get your bearings. all the way over to Robyn's desk, where Robyn does all the business. So this is all the business stuff that she's dealing with, your orders and everything. And then there is the Mac that I use and the scanner. My scanner is 1,000,000 years old, but it works.
And if you'll notice, everything is not very high tech and old. That's because in the state of Texas, we don't have an income tax. So you have to pay property tax on everything if you're a corporation. So we just keep our old crummy stuff so that we don't have to pay taxes on it. That's why we use what we use, and it's worked out great.
And I did not know that. I had no clue. So there's the drawing table, and here's what I'm drawing today. A little Art Nouveau Francine. I just fiddle with that and add stuff to it. There's the side table that I use. There's always a drink. And then the top drawer. Oh look, I've been looking for those. Those are my travel kit. I wish you guys had told me that was in there. And, oh, I got a snack for later. And then guitar stuff. So you can see that I made a little cheat sheet here. I mean a little stacking pin for the microns, and it starts with the 005 all the way up to a 1. These are the ones I use regularly. I don't use them for figures and people, but I use them for all the architecture and things like that. And then when it's time to do the people, I use, of course, a brush. So if I was to ink this, I would be doing it all with a brush. But it's hard to brush on eyes and stuff, so I would use a Hunt 102 pen or one of these finer guys.
And if you notice this piece of foam core behind the drawing board and the little side table, it's because when he inks, he throws ink all over the wall. So we have learned to put up a piece of foam core to protect the paint.
Yeah.
But there's still lots of little splashes on
that. Actually comes off, honey. I can get that off, I promise, I swear. And there's my little practice amp. And the new addition to the studio is I have a new lamp. This is my third one I've gone through in 25 years, so these are actually a good value. I'll just let you know that. My computer, my headphones. I have extra guitar straps in here if anybody wants one. And files from the old days. Back in here, at the back, Robyn doesn't know, but I hide my cookies back there. Don't tell her.
I know.
Okay, so here is all the Strangers in Paradise books. We'd like to keep copies on the shelf because somebody will come in and write us and say, I'm looking for the art to page 64 of this volume. So Robyn goes and pulls whatever book they're referencing and looks at it. I have all of the Echoes. I do like single issues, then the trades, and then the omnibuses. So there's Echo, Rachel Rising, Motor Girl, and 25, SIP 25. And there's also a series you may not know about called Paradise 2 that was all cartooning. That is out there. And then How to Draw Stuff and my sketchbooks from the convention seasons. There's a bunch of them, isn't there? This is the very first graphic novel I ever drew, back when I was about 23 or so. I've never redone the story, so maybe I'll do that next. That's old. And then we have the card set and all the Strangers in Paradise stuff. There's a ton of that. Some of my favorite novels up there. And over here, we have work from all those other people. I'm told there are other people making comics, so this is their works. And I have everything that, from American to European. Love them all. And that's just a brief overview of the studio.
And we have the art in these plastic tubs for a reason. Because we live in Houston. If we need to take them and run, we can when the hurricane comes. And if we're not here and hurricane comes, they'll be in plastic and they should be okay. So there's a reason to have all this art in these plastic tubs.
And there it is. That's how I follow it. So probably, I would guess, over $1 billion worth of art in here, I'm sure.
You wish.
Oh,
Okay.
and I bought a hoodie for my Venus de Milo. You guys saw that on Instagram, I guess. I'm really proud of that.
Okay, so that's going to be it for today, guys. It's a quick little studio view, and you can now think about where we do all the work.
I'll let you end on a pretty picture. Okay, guys, I hope you guys have a great holiday, and thank you for watching our video channel, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.